What's up, reefers? Welcome to Alex Poro Corals. This is Alex Wilson, your host, and this is my daily video log where you can learn from my mistakes. So come check it out. Alright, so this is a shot of the aquarium today, and yeah, it's still going on with the toxic Dino flagellate nightmare in here. It's this horrible netting, toxic algae, Dino flagellates that's growing in here. And this is day the first day that I'm running the lights here on full spectrum, but they are in fact at 10% intensity. Regular time we're running 10% intensity on the full spectrum and 20% on the blues, on the radions. So let's check it out. And yeah, still got the netting toxic dinoflagellate nightmare down here. Very frustrating, but you just gotta work with it and it'll burn itself out eventually. You just gotta be patient. Without a doubt, get in balance with the microfauna in the aquarium. That'll catch up with them. Just grow so quick. And this is just, from yesterday when I just stirred the gravel really good, stirred up the whole aquarium, yet it's still full. So the thing I thought of, might as well go ahead and do. I know that just having some nitrates and some phosphates in the systems, I know that doesn't just automatically trigger this, but I know I have some in here. I'm running it at like around 0.15, and then between 10 and 50, 0.15 parts per million phosphate, and then between 10 and 15 parts per million nitrates. So what I'm going to do is just an option of lowering that down, and see if that helps. And some people say it's the opposite. That it's because their nitrates or their phosphates are too low. They're too low, and that's what causes the dinoflagellates. And you need to, in fact, bring them up higher. But mine have already been, right in the range that I want them to be. They're not excessive phosphates, not excessive nitrates, at least according to what I have gone by. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and lower them down using the Nopox by Red Sea, dosing it down. That's at its maximum recommended dosage, guys. So, seeing that it's gonna bring it down, and I have noticed that the nitrate, especially the phosphates, have tried to bump up. Recently with these. These algae blooms, dinoflagellate blooms, and with a lot of the die-off, you get some of the die-off, and that definitely caused some spikes there. So I'm going to bring it down, see what it does, and I'll give you an update on the next coming videos. We'll see what happens when I get the nitrates and the phosphates down to kind of like looking to get them down to regular temperature. I'm going to get the nitrates and phosphates down to around zero, and so I know that it's not just around there. I know that it's not just where I could measure it down to real zero, close to it, and we'll go with that, see what that does. And what else did we say about this is see what that does. And the idea of having them up is to not have your corals, be so light and bleach out on you from lack of nutrients. That's what I want to keep an eye on, to see if the corals lighten up, and to what extent and how much, unhealthy they are from that. So I'm going to look to see if they lighten up too much, but that's the reason why I have them at the levels that I do, at the phosphate at 0.15, and the nitrates between 15 and 10. But I could bring them down, straight down, like between 0 and 5 on the nitrates, and the phosphates down to 0.3 or 0.2, and then down to unmeasurable 0.0. Could do that, see what that does. But there it is. Let's check out the coral quarantine system over here. That's right, here it is, the 20-gallon. And yeah, the same thing here, full of the netting, toxic dinoflagellate nightmare. And I just went in here too, yesterday. I'm doing the same thing on this one. I stirred it up really, really good. Forget a turkey baster. Forget a pipet, guys. I had to get in there. I just used my hand. I used my whole hand and just fanned the whole aquarium down, just like I'm swimming in there. So what I was sitting here, it was like a washing machine in here, guys. Just hitting everything like crazy. And well, the same thing as the main display over there. I got it going so much in there. I'm just knocking all the corals over, just about all the clams. Everything's just falling down everywhere on the ground, going crazy. But I did manage to stir up quite a bit of this dino flatulence in here, dinos, and so. But yep, the next day here, and they're definitely back. Let's check them out. See, still there, still streaming like crazy. Definitely have all of my coralline algae in here dying. And I don't even want to talk about the rainbow splice. I got this dying princess peaches out. And I've lost a couple other acros right and left. I can't even keep track of them anymore. But I moved this nice colony of this branching orange digitata. And what do I got on my orange digitata? I can see them really good here, so get a nice close-up right up against the glass right here. This is the base, you know, it's receded right there from not getting quite enough light, but it's always been that way a little bit since I got it. But yeah, it's got the dino flatula going like crazy, all getting caught up in it. And this is looking good because it was a lot more. If you saw my video, my last update video yesterday, you'll see that there was a lot more in here, so this is definitely better than it was. However, this still like crazy in here, just streaming everywhere. But definitely gonna give it a try though. Same method over there. Definitely gonna lower down the nitrates and the phosphate, see what that does. And yeah, one thing, I've got this innovative marine power head right here. I moved it over a little bit because it was blasting the Christmas tree worms a little bit too much, and I definitely turned it up, you know, and that it helps just in the short term, but not, you know, in the long term. It just seems like it really have to get in there and stir it. But I have it right here. I like it like this because it gets a good even flow straight up from there against the glass, and then reflects off the glass and then down to the opposite side of the aquarium there. And I have another one. I've had two of them on there, but it just seemed like it was just getting way too much flow in there. So I've just only had the need to have this one so far. But yeah, just right there, it's a good practical spot. Be able to clean around it and just get the flow like that, you know, hitting straight on the side. You know, ideally I would want it on the back. I tried it on the back, but then I have to get it like hitting at an angle, and kind of just had it kind of shooting towards the corner right here. So overall, it just seems more practical to have it here, though I might explore moving it over later in different, and just gonna see what it does again in different areas. But I just have it like this. It's pretty practical to get the flow where I need it, easy to clean, and that's about it. So, alright guys, well, check back on the next episode. That's it for this one, but see what's going on. This is the first day going down to 10%, and see what it does, and check back for, I'm going for day 2 and then day 3. We'll see what it looks like on day 3, and then I'm gonna do it for a maximum of 1 week and see what that goes. You know, I know my clams and the other small polyp corals, you know, I don't want to push any more than that. Alright guys, so that's it. We'll see what happens. Bye. Happy reefing.